because it is late, it is dark, but I thought this was the perfect time for me to do this video. You see, I woke up with this dream this morning, well, this afternoon because I'm working night shift, and I thought, why did I dream that? And I realized is because I need to talk about this. You see, there is a lot of women out there that suffer from domestic abuse. I know that it goes the other way too, that sometimes men are being abused by the women, and there's other relationships that are abusive as well. So this does not exclude anybody because it can happen to anybody. My heart is heavy that I need to talk about this. In fact, it is so eerie that just before I came on to do this video, a friend of mine posted that somebody she had just separated from, a 6-year relationship, broke her door down to hurt her, and she had to call the police. And I thank God that she called the police. And unfortunately, she has to go, she's at a hotel, but she's safe. And it's ironic that that happened tonight after I dreamt this, because I know it wasn't her that I dreamt about. I had a vivid dream about domestic violence, and I want to explain the dream a little bit. I was somewhere else. I was at somebody's apartment, house, whatever it was, in a dining room, and there was a door that separated the dining room from the kitchen. And the woman went in the kitchen, then the man went in the kitchen, and he said things to her, and I knew he slapped her. I heard the slap, and I heard the noise that she made, and I thought, in my dream, I jumped up and I opened that door and I said, "Don't you dare lay your hands on her. You need to leave. Get out." And he left. And as he left, and he was in a robe, but as he left, he went out the door like he was leaving. He was gone. And all of a sudden in my dream, a thought occurred. The thought was, that man was on a mission. What is he doing? Where is he going? And it occurred to me that he could be going to his car to get a weapon and coming back. And that is when I snapped awake, because I was startled. I thought he could come with a weapon of any sort, whether it is a gun or a baseball bat, whatever it is, because that's what happens. We hear about these things in the news, and it happens more often than you think. So I'm here tonight sharing because I know there is somebody out there that needs to hear this. You need to get out. You need to take care of yourself because you don't deserve it. You did nothing wrong. And even if they don't like what you did, they don't have the right to hurt you. How do I know these things? And I want to make sure you know before I go on any further, I'm definitely not being abused by my husband. My husband is very wonderful, and this is going to be a lengthy video because he knows what I've gone through, and he's so loving to me. So let me share. If he knows, let me share what I went through. I went through an extremely abusive relationship when I was 17. The man I was with was older than I was. I don't remember now. I think 7 or 9 years, something like that. It was ridiculous. I shouldn't have been with him in the first place. And, I made bad choices and bad decisions at that time. And yeah, I was with this guy who started hitting me. He hit me on my arms at first, just, a couple of hits on the arm. And then he'd say he was sorry. And then another time it happened again. And he said he was sorry. And another time it happened again. And he said he was sorry. This went on 7, 8 different times over a period of time. Eventually, I was tired of it. I was like, this isn't going to happen anymore. And I thought, I'm done. And somehow I was talked into going away for the weekend with him because he was going to make everything better and make it all up to me. Well, that was a weekend, a nightmare that I will never forget. It lasted 7 days because on the first day he hit me. He went to hit me across the face and caught his finger on my eye. I didn't wear glasses at that time. And it caused one of those blood vessels to break and a red spot. Well, he went ballistic because I made him do that. Because as he went to slap me, I turned my head. I made him do that. Then he beat me beyond belief. You would not have recognized me if you had have seen me. My face was so swollen, even after 2 days. And he laughed at me and said I looked like an ugly Cabbage Patch. If you remember what those were, they were the cute, ugly dolls. Well, that's what he called me, his Cabbage Patch. So, let me just say, you do not deserve it. You are worthy of more, and you are loved. You are loved by God. Even if you think God is letting you down and why is this happening? You need to get out. So, let me tell you about another experience. By the way, this same person was psychologically abusive. He used to tell me that if I ever did anything that caused him to go to jail, he would burn my mother's house down with my 2 sisters in it to hurt me and to hurt my mother. The best decision I made, I didn't make it out of anger or hate. After I went to the hospital, which, I mean, I have no idea if I actually died and he had to revive me or if he just decided to take me to the hospital because I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, I was laying in bed at the hospital and I thought I wasn't going to press charges. And I thought about it because back then things were different. The police didn't just press charges back then. You had to agree. But they knew what happened. Everybody knew what happened. And it took me 2 or 3 days and I thought about it because I always want to come from a place of love. Even though I couldn't understand why he did what he did, I had to dig in my heart and in my soul to make decisions for myself. And I thought, I don't want him to do this to another woman. I don't want him to hurt someone again. And how is he going to stop? If I don't do something, how's he going to stop? And my thoughts also went to maybe this will help him. I didn't want to hate him. I wanted to come from a place of love to help him because I knew I wasn't going back. I knew that relationship was done. I knew I wasn't going to be hurt anymore. And yeah, I was afraid. I was afraid to see him out on the streets. But that's what happened. So I know what it's like to be abused. Please stop letting them hurt you. Take a step back and think about it. What can I do to get out of it? If you go to the grocery store on a regular basis, just don't go home. Go to a women's shelter. Don't worry about your belongings. They're just stuff. I was in a second relationship. The second relationship, the very next relationship after this very abusive one, I thought it wasn't too bad because, one, he didn't hit me, and two, anybody after that was going to be better. So this relationship, though, we'd have big arguments, and he used to stack dressers in front of the front door so I couldn't leave. And, I would make the excuse the next day, well, it's not that bad. We fought all the time. No, it's not that bad. So then I wouldn't leave. And the next time we fought, he would do the same thing. Eventually, I made a plan and I decided I was going to get out because this relationship wasn't a good relationship for me. And I didn't want to raise now 3 children that I had with this man. So I didn't want them to be like him. So I decided to leave. There are women's shelters. Oh, and I would have left with absolutely nothing. I ended up with some stuff, but I didn't care. By the time I decided to leave, that was it. I didn't care if I had anything. It was time to leave. Also, I want to give you some hope because after these relationships, I thought, there's no good men out there. There's no man out there who's going to love me. But I was wrong because God had a plan for me. God had the perfect man for me. And he takes pride in loving me beyond belief. So there is hope for you as well. But if you're in that relationship that you need to get out, get out. All right. I hope this really helps somebody out there. I hope you get out. And please, if you don't know what to do, reach out to me because I can help you. I can talk to you. Call the police. Do whatever you got to do. All right. My battery says it's getting low. It is somewhere around 3 a.m. I'm getting in from work. Trying not to get glare on my glasses. All right. I love you all. You have a fabulous, whatever it is, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Love to you. Bye.